Alright, hey guys, this is going to be a video tutorial on how to play Strange Terrain by Circa Survive, and this video was requested by Michael Shabilsky. Now, before we move on, I just want to say that this is probably not the way that Circa Survive plays it. This is the way I play it. I figured this out by ear. So, you guys can check out the video description below for the cover that I did, and in that cover, I actually played it in D standard with the capo on the 3rd fret. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to play it in E standard with the capo on 1st. So let's get straight into it. The first thing I want to show you guys is a strumming pattern because it's basically the same thing for the whole song. So I'll play it really slow. Now let's move on straight into the intro and the verse chords. So you want to start off with the A, and then you move to the C, and then back to the A, and then back to the C, and then you go to the F, and then the G, and then back to the A. So let me show you guys the whole verse first with the strumming pattern. Alright, so the A is just a standard A, but I want to remind you guys that when you play this A chord, you want to try to mute the top E. So what I do is I put my thumb lightly on the string so it mutes it, and all you hear is the A. So the A is just a standard A, like I said. And when you move up to the C, it might look like a slide, but it isn't a slide, it's just a transition. And the way I play it, it's an open C. So it's gonna be the A chord, the same exact shape, everything is on the same fret, except that I move everything up to the 5th fret. So it's up here. And now after those two chords is going to be the F and the G, and the F is the same deal as the C, where it's an open chord. So this is the F, and I play it in the shape of a normal E major. So this is an E major, right? But I move everything up to the F, so I move everything by 1 fret. So same strumming pattern. And then you transition up to the G, so you move everything from the F 2 frets up to the G. When you play these bottom chords, you don't necessarily have to mute the top string anymore, so you can just strum all 6 strings. It's really up to you whether you want to play it, because playing just 5 strings, it sounds fine. So you could add the E in there. I do it just to add like resonance to the song, the more airy feeling, because it's an open chord. But you can omit it. So after those, you move back up to the A. Now that's the verse and the intro, and now let's move on to the bridge. So the bridge, I like to play it up here. I'll show you guys 2 ways to play it, but they're all the same chords. So it's gonna be a D minor, same strumming pattern, and there's gonna be an A major, and then it's gonna be a C, and then it's gonna be a G major. Yeah, so D minor, A major, C major, G major. So now after the second time, before you go into the chorus, you play an A with the same strumming pattern. So, and then chorus. So I'll show you guys the second way of playing it. This might be easier for you guys. There's gonna be a D minor up here. So you play the bass chords instead of bar chords. And then A major. And then a C. And then a G. So D minor, A, G. I'll play it in the strumming pattern. Now, the reason I play it up here instead of here is because, in my opinion, it's just my preference. I think it's easier to transition from chord to chord from here because this D minor shape is exactly the same basically as the A major shape, except you move everything down by one string. So the same shape but down here. So I just find this transition easier than, but it's up to personal preference. And the same deal with the C. It's just easier to move down one string than move around all up in here. So that's up to you. You can play either way. They both sound fine. And now let's move on to the chorus. So right after the bridge, you move on to the F, and then the G, and then the A, and then the C. Now remember to mute the top string when you guys are playing the A and the C, and same strumming pattern. So let me go through the chorus once. So I think play that 4 times, and then when you end the chorus, you actually end on the D. So it's I don't know where I am, and then you go back to the verse. But the second verse, it's the same chords, but you play it in a different pattern because you have to you bar it and then you let go, and then you strum as well. So it's yeah, so the challenging thing about this part is synchronizing your left and your right hand. For beginners, it's gonna be pretty tough to handle this section. So make sure you practice just playing it really slow. It's basically the same strumming pattern. It's just you have to synchronize the left and the right hand. So when your left hand closes or opens, you want to strum the strings. So just keep practicing that section if you have difficulty with it. Make sure you start slow. But yeah, basically the same chords as the first verse in the intro. So I'll play it through once. Before the second bridge, there's actually like a tiny little bridge before the bridge. So that bridge is just basically the pattern we play in the verse. So it's just like and then after that you move into the bridge. Exact same strumming pattern and exact same chords as the first bridge. isn't much to add. The ending is just like the same bridge thing. So, but the ending, you don't slide up to the C, so you just stay on the A and let go of all the strings and open it. So, all right, guys, that's the end of the tutorial. Before we go though, I do want to mention, now that I'm editing, I did find a mistake. In the second verse, there was a timing error. So let me just show you the correct way again. It's gonna be like this. So yeah, sorry about that. Now, if you guys have any more questions, or if you have a request for a certain song, or if you want more tutorials, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you want to check out the video cover I did for this song, check out the description. Other than that, play slow if you guys are having trouble with certain sections, and have fun. Good luck, guys.